understand that now this person is really understanding that his message, his or her message, can be taken out to people who are not available, and now they can be able to understand what he or she was saying. Mostly some sales motivational speakers I've seen or I know, before they go to a presentation or before they start their presentation, they always want to interact with the audience. You find that they are sitting with the audience, trying to understand what they need or what they are planning to, what they are expecting. Through their expectations, now a speaker can be able to talk through that line. And if I get to understand that this person A wants this and this, person B wants this and this, and I incorporated them in my talking or in my speech, then I will be touching those people and they will be like, oh, this person is touching me. And then you are now a good motivational speaker. Audiences always demand that participation and a connection from speakers is felt. If you allow the audience to participate, for example, you ask them whether they have understood, you ask them to ask you questions, through that they could have participated. That session will help people keep up with your speech and be able to feel like they are part of your speech or your motivations, and then it makes it always good. I always feel good when I talk to people and both of us are participating. We are connecting, which means we are understanding each other and things are going according to the way they plan. I always feel happy. I always feel a happy person when I see that when I'm talking, people are happy. They are always asking. If they have not understood, they ask. And when you finish, you find that if your speech was very okay, you find that people are coming, hey, sir, how are you? Hey, we were very happy you said this and this. How do you think we can do it? I always feel good when people engage me after that speech or after motivational speaking. When they engage me, I always feel like, that's a good thing. This interaction encourages the audience or the members to ask questions. As I've said, if you find that you are interactive with the audience, they will be able to ask questions whenever they have not understood, and if they have understood, they feel like they need to contribute something. They are free. It makes them free and interactive to the session. Always speakers try to incorporate surveys. These surveys can help understand well which part they have not understood, so that on your preparation you'll be able to give them all that they didn't understand. If you give small surveys while in your public speaking, it will be engaging and will give them the right or the opportunity to be able to ask and be answered on what they needed to know more that you could not know whether they wanted it. Thirdly, I think people love TED experiences. By TED, I mean technology, entertainment, design. This is a new technology whereby you need to have a speech that is entertaining, which is involving a good design, which has a good technology. That's why previously I said that in your speech, you need to first understand the audience. Once you have understood the audience, then you need to know one thing. This audience are those people who get tired very easily in a speech. Nowadays, a speech of 1 hour, as I said, becomes boring to some people. So how could you make this 1 hour be counted but not boring people? Now that's where you come up into this third. You need to organize your speech into parts. For example, if it's a 1 hour speech, you need to divide it into like 30 minutes and 30 minutes. Give a break in between the 30 minutes to allow people rest, so that when they come back, they are fresh to be able to listen to you. They will take it as a continuation, yes, but as another session, because you will have given them a rest. This rest rejuvenated their energies so that they can be able to listen to you for the next 30 minutes or so. So try to use TED technology to be able to capture your audience well without them getting bored. Another thing is that presentations needs to be visual. Visual, I mean, when you are doing your presentations, you either need to use what we call PowerPoint. If you use PowerPoint, you need to make it into simple points that are understood by the audiences and will not be able to disturb or be a problem to the people you are talking to. So by that I mean that if you make short notes using your PowerPoint, that's the normal presentation material we use, it will be able to be visible and people will understand it easily. If you have like a lot of notes, you'll be able to take simple. You select the main objectives of your speech, then you'll be able to relay them as points on PowerPoint. PowerPoint, just as it says, it's only powerful points that you need to put there so that people can be moved. Only those powerful points you put there will be attractive to people. Organizations and speakers always need to keep up with the speed of change. When you are trying to give a speech or a motivational speaking, you don't need to hurry. Otherwise, if you hurry, you will make people not to understand you. So you need to go in a good speed whereby you are not late in your speech and you have ensured that everybody has understood what you are saying. Through that, you can be a good motivational or public speaker. For starters, most of them, they always focus on main events since they have not understood really on how they can manage their time or do their speeches. But for those ones who have understood, they can be able to sum up a big speech into 3 or 4 points, which will make it easier for them to be understood or to do things according to the way it needs. So you need to reinforce messages. For an event to be successful, you have to give promising results. You have to give the results that are promising. For example, you are doing a motivational speech about sales. You can't say something that is not achievable. You need to talk to people or to the audience about something that it's achievable and give a result on how one can be able to achieve. Bring examples, give stories on how it has been done, or on how it can be done and can be achieved easily through your ways of understanding. Through that, you could have given a problem and give out the solution on how they can tackle it. As I said, your speech should be motivational. Motivational means you need to talk to people and give them something that is promising, or that can motivate them to go further, to do research or to do the thing that you are talking about. If it was business or if it was marketing, you need to motivate them why. You need to tell them why this marketing is the best thing that one can do to be able to achieve in life. Through that, it will motivate them and help them keep going or keep struggling to be able to achieve what they want. You also need to be persuasive. If you are persuasive, you are able to convince the listener to change the mind. That's what I mean. Persuasive means being able to convince the listener that, yes, this person is saying the right thing and is saying a possibility. You cannot be able to persuade the listener if you are not giving them the possibilities of doing what you want them to do. So you need to be persuasive. Another thing, a motivational speaker needs to be informative. For you to give a good motivational speaking, you first need to give an information which is interesting to the audience. You don't want to give an information that is interesting to you. No, you need to give an information which is interesting to the audience. An information which gives formation, which provides formation to the audience that you are speaking to. If you inform them that there is this thing that is existing somewhere and can give you something better, you could have informed them. And you tell them on how to achieve that thing, then you could have helped them. So you need to give them something that is informative, not to you, but to the audience. Through that, you will be moving their feelings and to you to be able to listen to what you are trying to tell them. Then, another thing, you need to be giving them something that is entertaining. For you to talk to the audience and they listen to you, you need to be entertaining. If you are not entertaining the audience, then they will be bored very fast, and then you will be rendered not a motivational speaker, and that your morale will die and you will not achieve your purpose in that motivational speaking. So you need to really understand what it needs for you to be able to be a good motivational speaker. There are many other things that one can be able to use to build a good motivational speaking, but I cannot exhaust them here today. I think I'll talk more on my next session, which will be next week. But for